Hello to all my friends on the interwebs who love miniatures. I am Docky Jan. It's a Monday. I'm here to ramble. It's Monday the 19th of January 2026. I'm going to ramble about these drow. So, the big question with drow is always, how do you paint the skin tones? Because they're supposed to be like slate black, but that looks boring. And slate gray also looks boring. So most people paint them some version of purple or blue or just dark brown. These turned out kind of purple brownish because I went with some paints that were mostly purple, but then I used a normal skin tone wash, which added some red to it. So apparently purple plus red equals brown. Interesting. Anyway, that meant that I could use a dark purple for most of their clothing, or a dark blue in some cases, and it doesn't clash with their skin tones. Like, it's not the same tone. That's good. Yeah. And there's a lot of metallics here. I just left it very simple. Again, they're supposed to be black metal, like black chainmail, for instance, is some sort of adamantine or whatever. That's really hard to paint. I just made it normal steel metallics, but darker shading, like it only pops on the extreme highlights. And I kind of, that sort of represents black metal. Not really, but oh well, you get the point. So anyway, a full 7 minis blasted out. That I'm getting into the swing of it again. Well, it's because they're sort of an army unit that I have sort of good cohesion. I use the same color scheme for all of them. That's why they were so fast to do as a batch. And probably you don't count on 7 minis a week as a standard. Yeah, so let's go over to the work table and look at some works in progress. So Lady Murray has gotten some more paint on her. Started on the purples, and since I had the purples and pinks out, I'm painting some of the books here on this base, those colors. I'll be adding more different colors of books just to make them stand out. This guy who's going to sit there, haven't done anything more on him except, basically black out the underside of the chair, which you won't see because it's going to be mounted on the base. Yeah, that's how far I've gotten with them. But I'm aiming to finish these two guys by next week. That's a reasonable proposition, I think. And then we have these new post-apocalyptic guys, which I've cleaned them up. I've glued the tabs into the slotted bases. I still need to fill out and texture the bases and then prime them, but that's quick work. It just like doing the texturing doesn't take a lot of time. Letting it dry is what takes time. Same thing, priming is quick, but I like to let primed models sit for 24 hours before I apply paint to the primer, just as a precaution. So these will be ready. Maybe I'll have some base coats on them by next week, but I'll start painting them in earnest next week. So that's the pipeline right now. So there is a new arrivals section this week. I got my order from Reaper that I placed in December. So it took a while to get here. This is because I had to order from the US because I wanted some of these new Christmas themed minis, and they were not in stock in the European store for Reaper. And so I had to go via the US store. This cost me some more money because I had to pay taxes when it arrived and the handling fee and whatever. But oh well. So I now have more Christmas. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more Christmas themed minis. I was running low. This one is a duplicate. I already have the Hot Rod Santa, so I don't know. I'm gonna have to try to sell that guy or something. To fill out the order, I got some more of their Pathfinder, mostly Pathfinder minis. So this is this brown backing, and it says Pathfinder minis. Is a again, a lot of these are not in stock in the European store, so I just because I was ordering from the US this time, I took the opportunity to get some stuff that I could only get from there. And just a random monster, sort of a, I don't know what this is supposed to be, Hound of Tindalos perhaps, that I thought looked fun. So most of this, so the Christmas minis I'm saving for, the coming Christmas. And most of these are for, I think, most of these are for the Second Darkness campaign, and some I'm not sure where they fit in. Sheila Hydemarch is just a general NPC in Golarion. She can show up in a lot of different places. But since I'm finishing up my project to paint everything needed for the Kingmaker campaign, the last one I need for that is this. This is the final boss. Spoiler if you haven't played Kingmaker. And Nerissa the Dryad Queen is the end boss of the final adventure in that campaign. So I'm going to prep her for next week. And why not the Astral Mauler? So because I've got a lot of stuff to paint already, I think prepping just 2 new models will be enough. And yeah, that's the plan. And I'll put the rest of these aside for whenever I start, put them whenever I want to paint another campaign. So that was this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Please give me a thumbs up, like, share, and subscribe. But above all, be here next week, same day of the week, same channel, same Dakian, who for now is signing off.